Video games are mostly distributed in both physically and digitally, and also it depends upon the developers as some games get a digital exclusive release and vice versa. But still in today's date several issues exists with video games whether digitally or physically, and one of the concerned problems is the delisting of games. Now what's that? As the term suggests, it is concerned with removing of games from one or more stores or platforms, making it unable for us to buy those games either physically or digitally or both. It's not a big deal for many people as those who have already bought any such game which has later got delisted, then you can download and play that game both digitally and physically as you have bought. However, other people cannot buy those games from those digital stores now, and still there are a huge number of gamers who get disappointed when their favorite titles gets removed or delisted from all stores. Now actually video games are not being removed from any platform for no reasons. This does not happen with almost over 90% of the games existing right now, but it's uncertain that which games would get delisted, and we will be going to know the reasons why games get delisted suddenly. So let's jump into today's video. The very first reason for which games got delisted is related to the rights issues. Suppose if a publisher released a game based on an already established character, show or movie like Dragon Ball Z, Spider-Man, etc., then the license for the same is given to the game developers or the game publisher by those IP owners for a certain period of time. The publisher needs to keep on renewing those licenses before the expiry date in order to sell their games. Now these types of games which are based on some other brand's IPs, mainly get delisted when the game publisher refuses to renew the licenses. Most of these licenses are way too expensive, and if the publisher is not earning enough profit from its game to recover the licensing fees or if the game is not getting enough responses from public, then the game publisher decides to pull down the game from all the platforms. For example, all the Spider-Man games until 2014's The Amazing Spider-Man 2 got removed from all the stores. However, some of their physical copies are available but at huge expensive rate and some remain unavailable all the time. This is because Activision didn't renew the rights for Spider-Man and hence all those older Spider-Man games got removed from the store. Also same thing happened with other Activision's titles like Deadpool and Transformers. Now the rights for Spider-Man games have taken by Insomniac Games which keeps new Spider-Man games exclusive for PlayStation platforms. Apart from rights issues, sometimes game developers or publishers also intentionally delists their own games in order to enforce the gamers to buy the next installment of the game or the remastered versions of the same game. Taking the example of the recent good work done by Rockstar, where they removed all their 3 games in GTA Trilogy, that is GTA 3, GTA Vice City and GTA San Andreas. Why? Simply because they might want to sell their new remastered versions of those games in a collection, which is GTA Trilogy the definitive edition with a huge price tag of $60 for 20-plus-year-older games. Now that's totally terrific. You know, most of the people do not want to pay that money to repurchase some old games with just a modded like graphics, but since they got the OG versions removed, so if someone really willing to play the GTA Trilogy, then yeah, they might have to get the remastered versions only, and that's totally reinforcing people to spend money only on the remastered games and not on the OG ones. Now, apart from this, game publishers delist their games from one platform to make it exclusive to a certain platform. For example, when Rocket League was first released on PC, people could only get its PC version from Steam only, but later on September 23, 2020, the game became a free-to-play title and was made exclusive to Epic Games Store. Well, we rarely get to see this kind of stuff, isn't it? And lastly, sometimes publishers even delist games for silly reasons, that is as per their wish, silly business tactics and so on. And sometimes the reason for delisting any game remains a mystery. Just like Nintendo removed Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Super Mario Maker from its eShop during the starting of this year, this method of delisting games is quite unethical for the gamers as it is like enforcing us to buy the game now or else never. And this should not happen. Anyways, so guys, these are all the factors affecting selling of video games. And due to all these and similar related reasons, many game publishers have to get their games delisted from one or multiple platforms, either physically or digitally or both. And that's it. I hope that you got the answer why this thing happens. And if you guys want to keep watching more stuff, then you can click on this video here. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Hope you all have a great time ahead.